Sometimes when you go to the Goodwill by the pound, you can find some amazing stuff. In this case, a gargoyle from the original Heroquest game. That's right. An unpainted, unglued gargoyle that I found randomly in the stuff, which happens. If you'll note, a couple years back, I actually found a single goblin from the Heroquest game. So yeah, super excited to find this one complete. Again, it was not glued, so it's a miracle that the wings and the head didn't get knocked off. But I glued it, trimmed it down a little bit, cleaned it up, and spray primed it in a dark brownish red because I wanted to paint this like it was originally meant to be. What you're looking at is the prototype for the game. Clearly, they meant for this to be a demon of corn, and I wanted to make sure that this particular one was painted up like that and not like the sort of generic gargoyle it eventually became. But yeah, a couple painting steps, contrast paints, dry brushing, some washes, and some touching up, and there you have it. The original idea for this miniature, the Demon of Corn. Maybe a bloodthirster, maybe a blood drinker, I don't know. Alright, Goodwill by the pound finds. Yeah, I mean, I think I had a really good find with that Heroquest miniature, but I found some other stuff too. I don't know if this is Playmobil, but I found some of this stuff. Now this stuff here is the, like, very incredibly, like, tough stuff. Like, I don't know who the heck makes this, but I felt this would make a really excellent, like, basing material for some ruins. Oversized ladder, which is fine. And then we had this little tower here that I felt could be put on a base and then built up with some, what was I going to do? I was probably going to use some Sculpt-A-Mold on this, just build up the base, and then put like a wooden tower on. I don't know, this might be a little bit big, but yeah. I'm glad I grabbed these stairs, though, because definitely, if nothing else, these stairs will be useful for a build. Also, random terrain stuff. I found this thing, which is like, I got no clue, but you look at it, and it's got some very nice skull pattern stuff. So, obviously, this could make a very nice little, like, cage or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure out what to do with this. I have no idea what this is from, but like I said, very nice skull patterns and whatnot, so thinking of maybe just like cutting up maybe just making it a small base and then just having this as like something that can capture player characters or something. So interesting bit. Oh, some Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. This is meant to break apart Pirates of the Caribbean ship. When you look at it, that is some very nice texture. This is about the equivalent of the official Dungeons & Dragons rowboat, and there's enough room for a couple miniatures. So, yeah, a little bit of touch-up paint. I don't see the point of leaving it, like, if it's like action toys like this, I just don't like leaving that stuff. You could also just leave it separated and like have it be part of like a shipwreck diorama, maybe. I don't know. And some more like little gateway things, which I believe goes with that I was just gonna... I have no idea. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I have no idea what this is. It's a crab with very weird, bizarre... this is 2014. From Mattel. So, I don't know. But what a weird looking... It's so bizarre looking. Like, that's the kind of toy that would be interesting, just, I don't know, make a custom miniature out of. We got Mr. Potato Head with his hat and shoes, which I am going to be making potato stompers soon enough. We have a little gnome guy, obviously some sort of game piece. I don't know. Grab this, don't know why.
this excellent little pewter strawberry. This is either steel or pewter. And it's got a little slot in it, so I don't know what this is. I think maybe this is like a stand for like a piece of paper that you put in the slot. But yeah, it's a nice oversized strawberry. Obviously an excellent token or something like that. More little pieces of terrain for future builds. I think this is supposed to be Shin Godzilla. But, yeah. I always forget the name of this particular monster. MIB would know. A little, like, I think a honey badger or something like that. A little tapir, which is a very interesting miniature. You don't see very many tapir miniatures around. And then a couple of hands. And I'm going to do just a simple craft where I put these on a base. So these are just going to be grasping hands. These are very terrifying looking hands. I like the metallic purple paint job on this one. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be... these are obviously action figures where none of the rest of the action figure was there. And we get Nightmare Before Christmas, like a little display case thing. I thought this was super cool because I'm going to pop this out and then I'm going to put like a D&D miniature in there. So this will be like a little display case with a D&D specimen. The little tabs that fit this together, this obviously was not meant to be taken apart. So it's very, 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 very going to be tough to get that out. But I think I'll be able to do it if I do it carefully later on.
And yes, this does make a very nice little owlbear confinement pod, but as we all well know, you can't keep an owlbear locked up for long.
And we got some model train with some modern little kind of like waiting station thing. But this roof texture is actually very nice. This was not really put together all that great. As you can see, it was probably a child or a beginner who didn't quite know how to use the paint on. Didn't exactly know how to use the modeling glue properly. But I really do like this texture here, so I think I'm going to use this for something. I don't know exactly what, but I'm going to get rid of the modern accoutrements, so this will actually fit in with D&D somehow. An excellent find. This was a weird find, and some of you might know what this is. This is actually another Godzilla item. This is King Ghidorah's tail. King Ghidorah's tail, and sadly, very sadly, King Ghidorah was not with this. So, why did I get just the tail? Well, back in 2000, I want to say like 19 or 18, I actually found a King Ghidorah on clearance that was just a toy that was on clearance at the Walmart. And I repainted him. And he turned out really nice. But, you know, if you look a little bit closer, you can see I did a very bad job with some of the little wing sections and whatnot. I've gotten a little bit better throughout. So I ended up not doing a video about this guy because, frankly, this was just a toy, and I kind of made him into a nice little miniature for D&D. And I figured the tail will be a nice little addition, because I can have the tail just in a base sticking out of the like dirt. And so then that could be like an encounter where the player characters in the game could disturb the tail that's just sort of sticking out of the dirt, and then Ghidorah will pop up and then have a combat encounter and whatnot. So yeah, that's what I was considering doing with that. And finally, some video games I could not pass up. The Sims Pets and The Sims Castaways. And then some movies. We got Gods and Generals. We got the Muppets Take Manhattan, and Batman Returns again. So, some cool stuff from the Goodwill by the Pound. If you've had any cool finds, let me know in the comments below. Smash Brothers Brawl for $10, which is not the greatest of deals. And then at the Goodwill by the Pound, I actually found Wii U hookups for power, and I don't think there's any difference between the motion sensor bar. And I got a copy of Pandemic, some more little bits and pieces of stuff, some purple craft paint, which is always good. And a duck.